forgot to open this part.
It's coldy, folks. We are at my grandmother's house. You saw the thumbnail. I haven't actually bought the boat yet, but we're gonna be getting a boat, and today we're gonna be working on the motors. Me and Barrick are gonna be working on, I think we have 4 motors. They're all in the garage, but I'm gonna go warm up and eat my Colorado first because it's freaking cold out here. Had my donut. It's starting to warm up because the sun is peeking its little head out. When we showed up here, it was 6:20 something or another. It is now 7:04. Yes. Usually this garage door doesn't work whenever it's cold, but it did this time. Yippee. So, where was I? Today, we are working on something pretty cool. If we come back here in our little mess of a garage, if I move this 2x4, or this piece of, what you call it, there is that thing, a mercury. Where's the other one? I think it's back there. I'm hoping this mercury runs, but I gotta get it out and find out. This is a 9.8 horsepower. I thought this was a 15. Okay. And then 2 5-speed trolling motors. I believe they're both 5-speed. No, this one's 4-speed. This one's 3-speed. What? No, this is 5. I'm just confused. 30 pounds of thrust, so not very much thrust, but enough, hopefully. Hands are already greasy. I think this is the one I'm going to start with. This is 6 horse. Well, first I got to go find the earmuffs. And if you don't know what those are, that's to keep water running on it while you work on it. And if I cannot find the earmuffs, I'll have to find a 50-gallon drum or use one of these big old 50 or a 55-gallon drum or one of these 50-gallon trash cans. Also, I know nothing about working on motors, which is why I'm having Barrick come by, because I build with wood, for God's sake. Give me a break. It's been about a half an hour of me looking, and I haven't found a bit. Oh, dang. But I I found something pretty dang cool. This is one of my first baits. I made this out of, this is my first popper actually. One of my first small poppers. And I made this out of an antique chair of my grandma's. I just started chopping it up. It was like a taken apart antique chair. And I just said, oh, yeah, that'd work for a fishing lure. And then here's another, if I can get it. This is a little crankbait. This is when I was making hot glue eyes. It's like squirting hot glue into it and painting over it. Letter. I wonder if these would even work in the direct connections to the screw wires. I wonder if they're even clear coated. Probably clear coated in like polyurethane. I just found yet another motor. This one's probably 5, but this is very, very old. I don't really even care to try and work with that one. Still no earmuffs. So I could not locate the earmuffs. So I decided I'd grab a battery, because we have a million of those, and see if the trolling motors are working. Moment of truth. Ew. So if worse comes to worse, I can just dual hand trolling motors on the back. These haven't been used in probably 6 years. I won't say. I'm not sure about this one. This one's not. I'm not super high hopes on this one. Holy smokes. They both work. Wow. That's great. 8:06. I still haven't found the stupid thing. So, I'm probably just gonna go get a new one from Walmart. But Barrick won't be here until noon. So, I guess I have nothing to do until noon. So I'll probably just go fishing. Go fish the mini ponds, if you guys remember those. I didn't bring my GoPro, so I'm not gonna film it. So, I just moved all of this electrical wire from there, from on top of this. This is to be our trailer. It's small. It should work if I deflattenize this tire, buy new brake lights, because that shouldn't exist, and this doesn't exist at all. There's the old brake light cord over here, but it looks in pretty rough shape, so I'm guessing I'll probably have to get a new one of these. I do need that plywood on this, and then to repair this tire, that tire's fine. New brake lights, and still have to fix those engines. I will be impressed if this thing even starts to air up. No way. I can't believe that. I wonder if it holds, because this trailer hasn't been used in, what, 10, 15 years? Something like that. Explosions. I guess I gotta buy a $35 brake light set. I highly doubt this is eligible for its job. Well, unfortunate thing happened. Apparently my footage for when I got the motors running, or even when Barrick showed up, it's not on my computer. I must have deleted it off my phone or something weird. But here's a little video I did for one of my friends, and I think it should explain most of what happened. Me and Barrick have been working on this here motor for about 2 hours, just trying to figure it out. Looking for gas was most of the time, and then we mixed some gas, so that was nice. Because it's a 2-stroke, so it only runs on oil and gas mixed. So Barrick had turned it all the way on for me to start it, like turn the throttle all the way up, and that was the only way we got it to start. And now it runs just wonderfully. Ah, snap. Step 1 of buying a boat complete. Motor. It's official, folks. We're gonna go see the, we're gonna go look at the boat tomorrow. It's 7 o'clock. It is currently 7 o'clock, so 24 hours from now. I'm excited. We'll see if it's a piece of crap or if it's half decent. All right, folks. So it's actually 2 days later. Yesterday kind of fell through because, he lives a lot further away than originally anticipated. It said that he lived about 30 minutes away, 20, 30 minutes away. But in all reality, he lived an hour and something. But that was just Facebook's fault. So, today we're meeting up with him at 4:15. It is currently 3:21. I've decided I'm going to give him a bait. I'm giving him this one. It's not my best work, and I kind of hate to give him this one, because it's not that great, but it runs well and it's a good color. I'm about to spend way more money than I care to spend. We are here, and the boat is there. It's actually 14 instead of 12. I was under the impression it was 12, but it's 14, so I'm happy. The purchase has been made. It's in the back of the truck, and it's registered, which is extremely nice. Saved me $40. Just got home, and lovely. It's a lot longer than I thought. It was registered as a 12-foot, but it's a 14er, so that's good. I'm happy. I got the whole shebang for $250. Okay, we made it back to my grandma's house. We've got the boat on the trailer. It still has a pop tire. My headlight and my tail lights came in, but I forgot them. And I will not be working on this day. It's going to be about a week till I can actually work on it, because we're going camping for 5 days. And then I'll be back, and then I'll work on it and get all the things done, get rod holders put in, get all the cool stuff built and finished. But it's gonna be a little bit. I did get a fire hydrant, not hydrant, the other thing. What else? I think that's all. All right, folks, it is a little over a week later, I think. Thursday. Under a week. It's about 6 days later. And I'm at my grandma's house, and I forgot my tripod. So tomorrow we're going to put rod holders on it and maybe replace the mount block. And we need to do a mount for the trolling motor, and nothing can be screwed in except for the rod holders on the chairs. Those can be screwed in because the chairs don't leak. I think that's about it. There's not a ton of work that actually needs done. It's kind of just rod holders and then get on the water. But that won't be for about 4 weeks, I reckon, because I'm going to Texas for 2 weeks or 2.5 or something like that. Whoa. So, I actually haven't given you guys a proper look at the boat either. 8:55. I got up late. Give me a break. This is what we're working with. Fully riveted aluminum. I would prefer welded, but hey. Fully riveted aluminum boat, and we have 2 small plastic chairs that fold down and up and all in between the things of down and up. I'm half thinking I want to take this one off because this is where that trolling motor mount has to be. One over here for me to drive around on. What am I doing? So for starters, this one has all that styrofoam. I really don't care to have a piece of styrofoam in my boat, so I'm taking that out first things first. I'm guessing I can't replace this motor mount board because it's riveted on, and I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to building boats. I build fishing lures, but I don't build boats. Then I'm going to put 1 rod holder on either side of this chair, and probably 3 vertical rod holders in the middle here. Something like that. For the rod holders, we're going to be using this, what is this? 1.5 inch, I believe. I wanted 2 inch, but apparently we don't have any. This piece of 1.5 inch electrical conduit. All rod holders are going to have a wooden backing. They're not going to be directly connected to the steel because that looks like crap. It's likely going to look relatively crappy nonetheless because it's all hand done. Ow. That hurted my butt. Ta-da! Now I just need to make... Do I even need to make anything to put up there? Do I just mount it up there? Hold on. God, this thing's heavy. I don't reckon I even need to build a mount for this thing here. This looks like crap. How do I de-crapify this? Have an idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple of small 2x4s and kind of go whoop. With the cut, it'll be straight, and whoop, have a whoop there. And then another one with the same whoop there. So that way it'll just be 2 2x4s right here. And then those can clamp down to the boat. And I reckon that'll be a bit more secure, and it will look less crappy. I like to think that, anyway. Come to think of it, if even worse comes to worse, I can put it back here with the other motor just next to it, and I can run both motors. I guess trolling motors don't technically have to be on the front. Weird. You have free will. You may be wondering, Porter, why the heck don't you just leave it in there? It helps with flotation. Because, it looks like garbage, and I don't want literal garbage floating around in my boat whenever this thing just falls apart. Now my brain keeps going back to this. Insulating, why did I say it like that? Insulating, camper side foam. Why does it? I don't know. I was kind of half thinking I could mat the seats just for fun. Just for like an added, hey, this is pretty comfy. And maybe even put it on top of this. And so that way all my friends are like, ew, it's an aluminum boat. Ugh. On the contrary, it's an aluminum boat with foam screwed onto it. Or glued onto it. Maybe I need to buy some epoxy. No, I'm going too far. Just get it where it works. God forbid. 6 inches. Whoa. Wow. I just face planted on the ground. Lovely. Oh goody, my screen broke. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. I did not sign up for getting punched in the face by a broom today. I think that's the dullest chop saw blade I've ever encountered. Thank you. Woohoo! 2 wonderfully shaped pieces of wood. On a side note, I doubt you ever seen a flathead screwdriver this big. It's a big screwdriver. We have our blocks. Now, 3/4 inch inlays. I got myself a marker. Big chunky one too. And then I'm probably gonna go, what, 1/2 inch from the tippy top there, so it doesn't break off as easy. I got it marked out for the most part. I just freehanded it because I realized it isn't really that important. That crap's loud, man. I wish I could say I know what I'm doing, but I have no idea. Well, I didn't hit record because I'm wonderfully clever like that. I got it hollowed out. Hollowed out enough. I used the chop saw as like a carving tool, and I just like did micro movements, just cutting it out. Now I gotta find out, does it fit, or did I just waste an hour of my life? It does, for the most part. Watch this. That little ridge, it's just poking barely out from the side of the boat. That took me forever. This is gonna take me all day. Update. So, this thing was too fat, and the clamp on the trolling motor could not go all the way around both. So I've decided I'm gonna cut about a little over 1/4 inch off. And this has taken me like 10 minutes, just hand sawing it because I don't feel like dealing with a table saw right now. What the heck are you doing? Oil on your saw? What's going on? You got it about an inch away from, now 1.5 inches away from the end. Take a chisel. Force it down in there, like such as. Now I'm hammering it in. Ta-da! I believe I've just wasted a lot of time. Oh man, I'm just feeling sicker and sicker by the minute. I'm now classifying myself as sick because it doesn't feel good. So, you guys may have noticed this before me. I did not notice that this trolling motor here was set up for it to be on the back. Because if you'll notice, when this is facing this way, this is facing the wrong way. The prop is facing the wrong direction. Therefore, this has to be mounted on the back. Just wasted so long. So, rod holders, I guess. I've sat around watching marling baits for long enough. I've just come to a realization. I only need to build 4. Because I already have 2 on this thing. This is great. This is wonderful news. And I can use the scrap from this because I'm not going to need this anymore. In a video that didn't ever make it out into the public, I almost sunk while pike fishing. This hole was very much taking water on. I was paddling around. I was like, God, my boat is heavy. What's going on? I look back and it's halfway underwater. I'm like, oh crap. I was like, well, it's kind of a junky boat. I'll just buy a new one. So I went over to Costco. There's a little like 10-foot, I think, or 12-foot kayak. Not rod holders or anything. It didn't have rod holders or anything. And it was $350. And I was like this close to buying it. And then I thought, wait a dang minute, I should just buy a boat. Aluminum boats are pretty cheap. So, that's what I did. I bought that boat. And now I have an aluminum boat instead of a bloody kayak that'll die 5 minutes in. Plus I can go more places. That's what I'm really excited about. I can go to the north side of the lake. And that I've never fished the north side of that lake. I probably should though. Folks, I miss my Makita. Today we're using a DeWalt. A DeWalt. Okay, not bad. How did I do that first try? Did you see that? I just went boom. And it was in the right spot. These should go like that. And then a little bit back, kind of like that. Look at this junk. What? That's that's like a 10-inch nail. My grandpa left me a lot of random crap when he died. Holy mother of staples. Nail gun nails, more nail gun nails, more nails, more nails, more nails. I can't find the darn screws. We're looking at 4-inch long by 2-inch wide. And I'm going to cut it at whatever angle that is. Holy smokes. Literally. Why did that smoke so bad? Good lord. Wedge. Good lord. Congratulations. Now you know what I sneeze. How I sneeze. Ugh. It looks like I'm burning the place down. Good lord. It's getting out of hand. 2 roughly equal edges. Wedges. There we go. God. I think if I had cut those things any longer than I needed to, I would have started a friction fire. I did not hit record, but I got it screwed on. And it's on there. Proper. Rod holder. Hold on. Let's test it. Excellent. Now let us find out. Alright. Second one installed. I'm guessing it'll work just the same as that one. It's a little bit off. It's about an inch off from the edge where that one's touching the edge. Or I guess it isn't. It's about an eighth off. That's about an inch off. I'm not that worried about that. And then I'm going to put one there, one there. Or maybe one on the other side and one on the other side. That would be... Excuse my sickness, but that I think that'll be sufficient. Holy moly. They're on. They're wiggly, weirdly enough. So, 3:45. That's how long it took me to cut that thing out and put 4 rod holders on. I've been very unmotivated. I've felt like junk the majority of the day, so bear with me. I'll probably replace these two at least. These two are perfectly great. These are awesome sauce, one might even say. But those two up there, I'm not super fond of. They're a little bit wobbly. So that's problematic. And this chair is scaring me. I feel like if I lean back in it at all, I'm gonna evaporate. So now I just need to put this stupid thing back on the trailer, upside down. I feel like I've gotten nothing done today. But in all reality, I've gotten everything I've wanted to do done. So, there we go. Done and dusted. I'll have it on the water in a month. With that, I will see you guys in God knows how long. See ya. Boat's hooked up. Let's go to the lake. Someday I'll actually be able to just be able to put in. No worry of it. I have my GoPro on. I'm hooked up.
Today's trial run day.
Yeah.
Looks a little on the water.
It is, it's tiny. Just a baby boat. Okay. So bye-bye.
This is so sexy.
You know it. Okay, hook up gas. Ooh, it tried. Come on, what's your deal? Why isn't it starting this time? It's starting. It's trying to start anyway. Why? Why now? Oh. Oh, dude. You hear it?
Oh,
Oh, friggin' finally. I was worried there for a minute. Hold me right here. It killed out. I let it.
look at this.
I know.
It has a boat. This is not a paddleboard. This is a boat.
And all of them were on their paddleboards and I went to swim out and I just jumped in with my phone in my pocket.
Oh.
Now it makes no sound.
Oh, that's nice.
Hello.
Careful now.
I knew it was you. I was like, that's an ugly boat. I know.
Hey now. Ooh, killed.
Why too fast?
Apparently. Just coming up, he got like the most moss on the planet. Get it off!
Take it off!
Here, I'll hold it.
Where do you guys want it to be dropped? Over here? Over here? This is the max the trolling motor goes? Holy smokes. Tie this up. Alright. I'm getting out.
And away you go!
Bye-bye. And action! So we just dropped off Barrick and Jackson because they're lame and don't want to go fishing with me. So we are just going to kind of cruise here. I'm going to start here where I dropped them off. I'm going to get rid of these seats as soon as possible because this is annoying me. We're just going to zip out that way and start fishing with bait caster with a big shad crankbait. Oh, forgot I'm driving. Whoopsies. I'm just going to drop right now and see what happens. Just fish for a minute. Going to sit here on the shoreline for a moment and try. Probably not even try very hard, but we'll say we're trying. This is a heavy bait. Good riddance. We are targeting pike as of right now, so we'll see if that works out at all. We have last video, the spinnerback crankbait. I actually just finished it today, so we're gonna be fishing that today. It's a very wobbly boat, but that's okay. This is indeed my first boat, so I'm likely gonna have this work for me for 2 or 3 years and save up some money for a little bit nicer boat. Probably use the same motor if this one doesn't crap out. The old Mercury outboard 1979, so this is like a 50-year-old motor running like a dream, although the startup took forever. I feel like I should be running something a little bit lighter for starters. Man, this thing's got an action of a lifetime. I'll start with a smaller jerk bait. Put on, I guess. I've already started. Where is it? Yes, my pretty. This should definitely work here because I don't know if there's shad here, but I do know that there are rainbow trout. My favorite jerk bait I've made anyway. Oh, I feel like I can cast it better. Oh, scary. I was gonna break something. Okay, let's fish. I can't believe it's so clear and no wind. I like couldn't ask for a better first expedition. I feel like I need to move this stupid trolling motor. It's not in the right spot, but I'm scared to move it in the middle of the lake. You know, I think I'm gonna move it about 4 inches that way. Much better. So apparently my GoPro just didn't want to start recording because the last 2 clips I have are just they're just B-roll of me going back to the boat ramp. Anyway, I went across the lake to where I haven't fished very frequently with my kayak. I fished there for about 30-45 minutes to no avail. I tested out the humpback spinnerback thing and it worked really well. I'll actually show footage of it in the next video because apparently my camera just didn't want to this time. Sophie came over in her little ducky and then the wind picked up. I just ran her back across the lake, fought the wind, and tried to figure out what the heck to do because everybody was gone from the spot they originally were at. And then we just wound up going back to the boat ramp and they were all there. So here's the B-roll, I guess. New boat equals learning curve. Wow, this thing's smoking like crazy. Oh. No. It's cut. I just put it in neutral. Yay! Okay. Okay, yeah, pull her out.
Smells like a boat.
Yep. Smells like money. Ah, freaking gas. Yippee. Lovely. All around, good running boat. Just disarm this thing. Okay. Good God. This thing weighs more than the boat itself. Well, what do you think of my little
Pretty sweet.
purchase? All right, folks, we've made it back to my grandmother's place, and the boat did not fall off. The motor worked. Gas didn't run out of gas. The trolling motor was really friggin' slow, but hey, what you gonna do? I need to find a tarp to cover it with, and then I'll probably do a actual fishing video on it. I didn't catch anything. I fished a little bit, but I didn't catch anything. So next week, we usually go to that lake once a week or so. So next week, I'll do a legitimate fishing video. We should be good. So that's the end of this video. We got a boat. We got a boat, folks. I tried that lure that I said I was gonna try, and either second to last, one of the last videos, the humpback lipless crank. I did get to test it and works wonderfully. I didn't catch anything. No, I got like one hit on the trout jerkbait, and aside from that, it was kind of just a cruise around day. Stay tuned, because I'm going to Lake Powell in this thing in August, or no, October, one of those two, one of the O's. So that's gonna be fun. I gotta find a tarp for this thing. If you enjoyed the video, thank you for enjoying said video. I gotta make money. Bye bye.